video. This is totally unedited. I am a crazy coffee fanatic. I admit it. I have a problem. No, I'm just joking. I really love making coffee at home. It definitely has become, I'm a home hobbyist in every single way, shape, and form. And if you are a coffee fanatic like me and you love your coffee and you think about espresso way too many times, maybe you've gone down that espresso rabbit hole. My friends, you are amongst other friends. So I'm going to ask you, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you get any value of anything that I do here, the best way you could ever support me is by hitting that subscribe button and just hanging out. Because that's the main reason why I kind of started this channel, is really just to connect with y'all and kind of talk with fellow coffee geeks. So again, my name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. I'm just going to give it a minute or two for everyone if you want to come join live. Guys, this is really cool. I'm really super excited. I've got to confess, I've had this thing in my coffee corner for quite some time, but got a lot of new gear. And I thought, you know what? This is the time right now to show y'all this crazy cool. My brain is trying to figure this thing out. So this is a mobile coffee espresso machine. Okay. And guys, I'm telling you, this is really cool because of a major feature here. There's actually a 58 millimeter group head. And that's basically what a lot of the kind of at-home group heads, like your DeLonghi ECP. I've got my DeLonghi ECP chilling over here. That kind of puts you in a category of making coffee, of not the 58 millimeter, not like an industry commercial standard, but making really good coffee, y'all. And I'm going to kind of tell you, when it comes to making coffee like this, typically you have a mobile unit that's something like that bad boy. And I just did a video on one by Conqueco and Cut2Go, and I really think those have been really, really cool. I actually have the unit chilling up here too as well. Here is my Cut2Go or Conqueco just hanging out, ready to make some coffee. But those don't even have a 51 millimeter group head, and this one does. So I'm going to say right now, this is probably one of the most strange espresso machines I've ever had in my coffee corner, but also kind of one of the coolest. Like, this is pretty cool. And hey, thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much. I definitely appreciate it. This is cool. And if you guys want me to do a full review video where I've kind of run this thing through its paces, I definitely can. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a full review video, but this is totally live. So this is what's crazy about this machine, okay? This machine is really designed for those who are on the go. Maybe you're a house sitter. Maybe you are a traveler. Maybe when you go into, hey Alexis, when you go into a hotel, you don't want that nasty hotel coffee. You don't want that coffee machine that's been sitting there and who knows what's done anything to. Maybe you want to bring your own machine. And this is kind of designed to be that. It actually has rubber feet, and it has this cord that's kind of like the industry standard for like a computer. It sounds kind of silly, but that it's kind of like an industry standard cord. And it's supposed to be compact. And this is what's crazy. It actually has a battery in here so that if you had hot water or you wanted to do cold brews, you could even do this while you're traveling in the park. You could do this like anywhere. It's kind of nuts. It's just, honestly, it's got to be one of the craziest but coolest designs I think I've ever seen. So it's got a full-size pump, and we're going to go ahead today. We're going to brew some coffee up on this. I just really can't wait to show it to y'all, just because it's kind of wild and kind of weird. It's very quirky. So with it, you get this included cup. I'm going to use my regular cup, and you basically pop it down. This is so cool. So there's a switch back here that does the unlocking. And if you pull this out, here is a 51 millimeter group head. Isn't that insane? Like straight up 51 millimeter group head. And oh goodness, I got to clean it really quick. Just realized I tested this a couple days ago. And you have your shower head up top. While I clean this here, I'll show you guys the shower head. So you have the shower head up top. Again, this is a full-size unit. This is not an espresso pod unit. This isn't one of those things where you've seen espresso pods. And, you know, I showed the other system that's mobile and it takes these Nespresso pods here. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm okay with those on a pinch, but I'm not okay with them every day. I don't think there's anything wrong with Nespresso pods. And like I said, on a pinch or traveling, sometimes it's the best you can get. There's zero wrong with that. But what I don't like is it doesn't fill with a lot of coffee. So I can't put my normal amount of coffee that I would be able to put into a basket. And this will accommodate me. I believe it's about 10 to 12 grams of coffee you can put in here. I want to say that this is a pressurized system as well from the bottom. I'm going to definitely tell you that. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure either because the way that this goes, this feels a little hollow. And I'm wondering if it just points like it's not pressurized, possibly. It's probably pressurized. I'm going to say 70% it's pressurized. Here is, again, the group head, the top. And that's almost kind of like a regular standard professional style, or not professional style, more home budget friendly espresso machine style. But that's crazy. So let's go ahead. Let's brew up some coffee. Let's pull some shots. We're going to check this out. I'm going to fill this up and we're going to test it to see how many beans we could actually fit in there, how many grams of the beans that we could get in there. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let me move this out of the way. I got my 51 millimeter YOLO pressurized tamper. Okay. This thing looks really cool. It's pretty slick. And it's weird. But sometimes I like the weird stuff. Like, there's no other way to say it. Sometimes weird is good. So let's go ahead, grab some beans. We're going to use a Vietnamese single origin birdie beans. We're going to give this thing the ultimate chance to see if we can make some crema with it. Let's go ahead and zero out the scale. Okay. And let's find out how many grams of coffee we could get in there. And then we're going to go ahead and use a nice grinder to get this all down. Okay. So it's coming in at about 13. I definitely don't want to overfill it. So I am going to take just a little bit off the top. See how I come out right there. That's 10. Let's go ahead and try to get it to about 11 and a half. Like I said, I do not want to overfill this thing for sure. Don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm really curious on what we can do with this. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do some Ross chocolate technique. Give us a little bit of a shake. All right, let me move this around. We're going to be using, I'm going to start off with the hybrid grinder because I have it very available. It's just right here chilling. Okay. All right, get the hybrid pulled out. There we go. So here's the hybrid. This is the G5 hybrid. And I had this before. I was using my mobile grinder with this one. So I'm actually going to kind of probably stay at this grind setting. I go a little bit finer than I was before. Okay, cool. So I'm doing about a 7 on the G5. Let's go ahead and start this up. Nice and clear. Oh, now watch it, boy. Okay, all clear. So this is a medium roast, and it is a Vietnamese single origin birdie beans. They're actually 100% Robusta. So we should get some crema off of this thing for sure. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Again, guys, I got a very limited space here. So let me show you how wacky and weird and cool this thing is. So here is the 51 millimeter group head. Cool thing is, I got all my 51 millimeter tools because of my DeLonghi, so I don't have to go hunting for new tools. So I already love that. I got about my 11.5 grams of coffee, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in. Okay, 11.5 grams. Awesome. This machine is called the Simply Toast. I think that's actually what they're calling it, Simply Toast. It says it right up top. But it's cool because it's so compact. I kind of like to think of this like if you took a DeLonghi, maybe not the ECP, but the Strolosa, the one that is with the thermal block. It definitely is a thermal block, 100%. And you put it into the most compact kind of body possible. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. And this thing has a battery. So if you wanted to add your hot water and you're out in the park or taking a hike, you could do that. So that's pretty cool too. All right, we'll actually do, since it's 51 mils, I actually have a distributor for that. So I am stoked. Let me find my 51 mil distributor. Where are you hiding, 51 mil distributor? It's been a while. I've been on my 58s for a long time, guys. So I'm just trying to figure out where I put my distributor. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be weird not using distributor. Oh, here it is, hiding. Or is it? Oh, that's a 58. Bummer. Bummer. Oh, here's a 51. Sorry, guys. Again, live video. I've really been using a lot of 58s. I haven't used a 51 in a while. So this is one of my favorite distributors. I'm going to have to adjust it because it's really set up for, let me show you guys. It's really set up for, and I got to clean it a bit, for the DeLonghi. Okay. So definitely needs a good cleaning really quick. This is one where you could adjust the height. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to lower the height quite a bit because there's not a lot of room in this basket. So I'm going to put it on there. And I'm not going to really go too crazy because this is more about getting it even versus creating a lot of pressure. Okay. So again, apologize, live video. My dog's probably the Amazon man's here. Let's give it a little bit of a tamp. More than likely, this is a pressurized system. I'll tell you guys that right now. More than likely, we're dealing with a pressurized system. And cool thing about something like this is I can use a 51 millimeter puck screen. See, isn't that cool? So I already know that's one of my favorite things about this so far is that I could use 51 mils type gear. So totally cool. Okay, so let's go ahead. We put the puck screen right up top. Or sorry, got the puck screen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click this on in. And there is a locking mechanism up top. Okay, give me 1 sec here. Sorry, guys, just getting a delivery. Okay. Dogs are going crazy. So let me kind of show you right here. Basically, there's a lock that's on the side. It's kind of hard to show you 100%, but let me pull this up. So here's the actual lock. And once it's in, you just lock it down. So it's pretty easy. Put in your group head, click your lock, and you're locked in place. I mean, it's that simple. All right, so let's go ahead, add some water, and brew some real espresso. I got my scale going. Yeah, here's the water chamber right up here. Oh, crazy. Okay. So you add your water over here. And I'm going to be using the scale on this one because Definitely want to test this out to its full capacity. Pretty simple. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab a cup. Get a nice clean cup. Here we go. Awesome. So up top, it's just very, very easy instructions, like just crazy to use. So you got your on and off. And then you have your temperature. So I'm actually going to wait for the temperature to build up. I completely forgot to do that. But it's crazy to think on a mobile unit that it's showing you your temperature. And I do believe we could change that as well. It's going to read it, but I'm pretty sure we could change it too. So you have basically, if you're going to do it with the battery on the cold, or using your own hot water, that's what the cold symbol's for, or doing it with hot water. And then, of course, when you get to, your right amount, I'm sure this is done with this. There's probably volumetrics in this thing. And more than likely, it's like you probably pour it and you get like one shot, but I'm going to be using it with the scale. So we're just waiting for it to get nice and hot. I have a feeling there's a way you can change this temp too. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, so you can increase the temp over here. How hot? Oh, 95 Celsius is the hottest it goes. Interesting. Okay. I think we should be good. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's pull a shot. Okay? Let's pull a shot. Again, this is a mobile espresso unit. It has a battery in it, has everything. Wow, interesting. Got some crema. I'm going to stop it here. About 32. Stop. 38. Let's move it over. Oh no. All right, cool. All right, so probably not where I wanted it completely, but that's okay. And again, you're going to have some dripping here. There's no way this thing has a three-way solenoid. Not for that size. Oh my goodness. But still, hey, real espresso. This thing has the typical bar rating where it says 20. That's not what you're actually getting, guys. That's just a marketing ploy with all these companies. This will be based off of your grind setting and everything as far as pressure goes. But let's take a quick look. I can't believe this. This is crazy. Here, let me pull this up a little bit more. Wow. Actual real espresso. out of a little thing like this. That's nuts. We'll pull another shot too, but crazy. Let me go ahead, for the sake of it all. I was just seeing if I had my refractometer. I was going to give it a little test. Okay. Well, I want to take a drink while it's hot because it's been a while. So cheers. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Tiger striping. And I should have cut it off earlier. Definitely a little more, the ratio a little higher than I normally like. But this tastes good. This is good. This is a shot of espresso. This is real espresso. It's crazy to think that it's off of some wild mobile unit like this. Kind of nuts. I actually think I can go finer with it. And I would actually like to time it out and kind of do it a little more proper, I should say. As funny as that sounds, but man, isn't that crazy? 51 mils. That's what you're getting. Getting this mobile unit. If you had hot water, it's battery operated as well. If you want to heat the water, you plug it in. So again, this is a wild system because it's kind of like, it's not the most compact, but look at that. Look at that footprint. Like if you're going to be a traveling person, if you're a traveling nurse, traveling teacher, if you're going to be working in an office, in my day job, I travel a lot. I'm a department head of an insurance company. So I tend to go out to different locations. I mean, what if I'm working at a call center that's not my normal place? Just the fact that you can do that kind of stuff and be mobile about it, or you have to travel for your job just in general. I mean, goodness gracious, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I actually have my refractometer over here. So out of pure curiosity, let's give it a little test. Okay, and then we'll put one more shot. This thing is wild. This is like one of the coolest because it's so small and unique, but kind of interesting. Yeah, I've had this for a while, guys. I kept forgetting to do it, and I thought, oh man, I need to do this. 7.70, kind of under the espresso range, but yeah, like I said, that was kind of my fault because I didn't stop it in time. 7.70. Okay, not bad though. Especially not bad for a first run. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. So let's go ahead. I'm going to try this one more time, and we'll see what we get. I'm also going to check the water levels and see how much water we use, but I actually think it should be good for 2 pools. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that right over there. We're going to use the exact same beans. Let me move some stuff around. Yeah, and like I said, guys, I'm a little limited space-wise here. Okay, let's clean this out. So this is how it comes out. Just real simple. You put the release, open this up. There's my chamber. The chamber of secrets. Here's the chamber right there. Don't have any water, just chilling on top, so that's a really good sign. All got absorbed straight into the puck. There's my puck. This isn't a complaint. This is just kind of a standard thing. I've noticed that with most of these mobile espresso units, cleaning out the actual coffee is probably the hardest part of it. This unit is, like I said, not a pod unit. So it's not an espresso. This is, you're using your own grounds. So who is this for? This is definitely more for people who really care about their coffee. It's a cool thing. Like, this is kind of neat. I just don't know if it's like to the point where I'm like, is this like more novelty, or is this more like, man, I could really take this on the go with me. If I was on the go and I had to choose between this unit and, let's say, my Conqueco that I just did the review on, and check that out if you haven't seen that review, I would probably bring the Conqueco just because I could use the Nespresso pods, and I know that I could use my own coffee. So I like that. But if I was in a setting where I knew that I was going to be making coffee for not just myself, but maybe other people, or we were taking like a family trip and we're going to be staying at Airbnb, I actually would take this. I love my ECP. I love my DeLonghi. I have the 3630, y'all, and it's a great thing. It is small. I think it's small enough to take with you, but something like this would be nice. Only reason why I say that is because I want to be too worried about it. My favorite 51 millimeter for, like, if I was going to recommend this to someone getting into coffee right now, would be the Hybrew G5. Hybrew H10B. That's one of my favorite 51 mils because it has a lot of different functionality with it that makes it really unique. So there we go, nice and clean. We'll set that right up top. We'll grab some more beans. But I like this. I'm telling you, I think I'm digging it. It's kind of growing on me a bit. Like I mentioned, if you guys want me to do a full review, just tell me in the comments, because I'll do a full review. That's something I'll want to see. But it's pretty cool. I'm digging it for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get some more beans. I did 11 and a half. I'm going to try to do right about 11. Okay. it's just cool that you could use your own, and then like having the 51 mil stuff, especially if one of the smaller espresso machines. It's just kind of cool because it's kind of like you have that whole ecosystem. It's kind of like having Apple and you know Android. You've invested all that time and money in something. It's just kind of nice to know that you're able to use all those tools. So that is definitely a plus. Okay. And I'm going to go with a smaller grind size for sure. Let's give us a little shake here. Okay. All right, let's get that grinder pulled back out. They almost look like they go together. All right, so I'm going to go with a finer grind size. I'm going to take it down to a 6. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I really love this grinder. It's one of my favorites. Great conical burr grinder. Super forgiving. Easy to use. Really good on retention. It has different modes where you can kind of push it back a little bit and then kind of move it forward. Almost like a knocker type system. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Good build quality too. Really good build quality. Okay, so let's go ahead, get this thing moved around a little bit here. And guys, I have a very small workspace. So I'm telling you that right now, that's the highlight of this thing, is that you really can use it at a desk, at work, or somewhere really small. Let's take a look at the water reservoir. Here we go. That last one pulled about half. So I would comfortably say you'd probably have enough for another shot in there. But just to be safe, I'm going to add a little more. There's a max fill line right up top, so just make sure you don't go over that. This will probably be my last pull with this right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add the water. Again, this is a thermal block, so it's an instantly hot system. So that is really cool. And for a second there, I'm so used to these mobile systems where they take a while to kind of, get their heat. So I was kind of waiting there. All right, so check this out. Let's go ahead and fill this back up again. Here is the 51 millimeter system. There's the basket. Let's go ahead and put on our dosing ring. Let's get our dose of coffee, which I've done finer. Yeah, that was nice. Came out fast. Let's go ahead and do our WDT. Okay. Give us a little stir. I have a feeling it's pressurized, but I'm not 100%, guys, to be honest with you. It could be an unpressurized basket, which I would be happy if that was the case. But I'm going to probably tell you right now, I'm definitely betting that it's pressurized. Okay. Let me get my distributor. Just cool that I could use all these tools. Hey, how's it going, Aldo? My coffee people love that. Okay. And let's go ahead and give this a tamp. 51 millimeter calibrated tamper. Okay. Nice and pretty. Okay. And like I said, coolest part is I could use puck screens and all that I have for my DeLonghi or my Gevi or my high brew. Okay. Puck screen right up top. Add the second half of the chamber. And then we'll go ahead and attach it to the chamber. It's been pretty easy to clean. That's what I do like, because it's all like, it's different compartments. Espresso machine is actually really a simple thing. So it's pretty wild, I dig the way that this is. This is a wonky looking system. I'm going to just say that right now. And I don't mean that in any disrespect to anyone who designed it, because I actually think it's kind of quirky. This is like the Phoebe of from Friends kind of espresso machine. This is someone's going to be like, what is that? Like, really, it's unique. There's no other way to say it. So, hey, if you're into quirky, unique things, this is going to be one to check out. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's pull our shot. I'm going to try to do the timer all at the same time. Now I'm a little more familiar with the timing. Okay, just waiting for it to come up a little bit to temp, because it does take like a sec. Okay. All right, so as soon as I hit, actually, I'm going to hit my timer, and I'm going to hit my button for brew. I went finer. Still coming out a little fast. Oh, let's stop it. Stop, stop, stop. Ah, bummer. Still, it was at 36. That's the only thing. Timing wise, you kind of got to get used to that. But that's the same thing you're going to get used to on any one of the budget espresso machines. Not having a three-way cylinder, you're going to have to kind of, ooh, that is hot. Goodness gracious. See what I do for y'all? I burn myself. Let's just keep that there. Oh my goodness. Better yet, I literally have the cup, the included cup. Oh, goodness gracious. It's a dripper. All right, guys, let's take a look at this. That was about 36. Oh, I was trying to definitely cut it short a bit, but still good. Still good. Let's see here. Nice amount of crema. Let's put it on the refractometer. Why not? Test it like the other one. Just see its consistency. Ooh, that was really creamy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of crema. Wow. Okay. Man, it's crazy. 7.77, and that was almost all crema. I was trying to get below the crema. So, man, that was a lot of crema. Dang, I'm shocked. All right, guys. Cheers, my friends. And a pretty consistent shot. There's no other way to say it. Yeah, I mean, is this the same that I'm going to get off of my Gemini or my Owl or my Toonie or even the High Brew? I don't think so. But is it totally cool and acceptable and awesome? Would I love having this on a road trip? Yes. This is the kind of espresso machine that if my wife and I are going to rent an Airbnb for a week and have a family vacation, I would take with us and not feel bad about it and just be awesome, set it up, enjoy it, have my espresso. That's what this is. The retail price for it is $100, $99. I've seen them do specials. That's on Amazon. That's US based. I don't know in all the other markets. I have seen a couple manufacturers who have very similar machines. So, to kind of throw that out there. But it's pretty cool. If you guys want me to kind of even throw it through more paces and give a really in-depth review, let me know. I'm more than happy to make it. But I just thought this would be a fun one to do live. It's pretty cool. It's quirky. And I definitely think it's neat. I did put the descriptions in the video description. So if you want to buy it or want to check it out on Amazon, feel free. In all transparency, guys, this was sent to me for a review, this unit here. So there was no money that's exchanged hands. This was given to me saying, hey, if you have time, review it, check it out. And all my opinions are my own. Companies never even ask me like, hey, they don't give input in anything. Anytime I get something like that, there's not like a requirement or anything. I just do it because I like sharing it with y'all. So definitely full disclosure, didn't have to buy this one. Really stoked to try it out. And I do think it's going to be something we'll probably take on the family road trip. But I'm excited. If you guys, like I said, want to see a full video, break it down, try a couple different things, different stuff, different techniques, I'm more than happy to do it. And I could definitely show the functionality with just using with it unplugged. I mean, literally, this thing has a built-in battery. The only thing unplugged that it does not do is it doesn't heat the water. So if you have your own heat source, I'm literally unplugging it as I'm talking to y'all right now. I just want to show it to you guys with it on and unplugged right there, not plugged in. So here's the unit again, not plugged in, got the power, has its own battery. Crazy, pretty cool little thing. There's no other way to say it. It's quirky, like I'm saying. It's like the kind of just an interesting machine. Hey guys, well, I really appreciate so much of hanging out with me. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know below. And thanks so much for watching.